Welcome to The Explainer. So glad you're here, because today we're unpacking something absolutely foundational for engineering advanced AI. We're looking at the architectural blueprints for long-running AI agents, a concept drawn right from the folks at Anasup Consulting. If you've ever wondered how those top-tier autonomous systems just keep running without completely breaking down, well, you're in the right place. We're going to see exactly how they tackle this massive engineering puzzle. Okay, let's dive into this. How do we actually build AI that lasts? It's one thing to get an AI to, say, answer a quick trivia question or spit out a single image. Sure, that's easy. But it's an entirely different beast to engineer a system that can just run continuously. We're talking about managing super complex, multi-step tasks over long stretches of time without it just totally losing the plot. It's really the ultimate hurdle in modern AI engineering right now. We all want systems we can just trust to run in the background, doing their thing reliably. So to really get how to solve this, we've got to define what a long-running AI agent actually is. It's not your basic customer service chatbot, right? It's an autonomous system that literally requires dedicated structural blueprints to operate continuously. We're moving way, way beyond those simple single-prompt tasks. These agents, they need robust memory. They need state management. They essentially need a framework to sustain operations over days, maybe even weeks, independently solving ongoing problems. Basically, they need a rock-solid foundation. Let's move to and see how this builds our first core concept, the architectural blueprints. And this brilliantly illustrates the stark difference between standard AI prompts and true architectural blueprints. Standard prompts, they're kind of like pitching a flimsy tent. Great for a quick, isolated interaction, but inherently fragile. If you try to string thousands of them together without a real master plan, the whole system is going to collapse under its own weight. For true longevity, you absolutely need the robust engineering of architectural blueprints. You've got to treat this software like you're building a skyscraper, pouring that reinforced concrete foundation way before you even think about putting up the walls. Now, this vital shift in perspective is anchored by a very specific framework developed by Anasup Consulting. They looked at the failure rates of continuous AI operations and realized something huge. The missing piece wasn't necessarily a better underlying AI model. It was better structural engineering around the models we already have. They've essentially become the architects for this whole new wave of autonomous tech. And their specific methodology? Well, that's exactly what we're unpacking today.
Which brings us to the next section and the absolute core of their methodology: 3 patterns for success.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the number 3. Just 3. Anasup Consulting realized that to crack this longevity problem, you don't need some massive, sprawling encyclopedia of rules. No way. They managed to distill all that insane complexity of long-running AI agents down to exactly 3 required patterns. It's a pretty brilliant reminder that the best engineering solutions usually aren't the most complicated ones, right? They're elegant, they're focused, and they're highly repeatable approaches. Let's break down how this actually flows in practice. First up, you've got to identify the architectural need. Basically, you must thoroughly understand exactly what continuous tasks your agent needs to do. Second, you implement those 3 targeted patterns. This forms the unbreakable structural skeleton of your agent. And finally, you deploy for continuous long-running operation. By taking this super abstract idea of making an AI last and structuring it into these tangible, logical steps, this framework pretty much removes all the guesswork from the engineering process. So the crucial point is this core thesis straight from Anasup Consulting: 3 patterns to build long-running AI agents. That quote really validates the entire structural promise of their methodology. Think about it. If you can just learn and master these 3 specific conceptual patterns, you can finally ditch the fragile, single-use AI and step confidently into the realm of true, continuous autonomy. It's a real game changer. Which leaves us with one final, pretty provocative question for you to ponder today. Are your AI agents built to last? Look closely at the AI systems you're interacting with every day, or maybe the ones you're actively building right now. Are they actually built for the long haul, or are they just a fragile collection of prompts waiting to snap under pressure? I really hope this explainer completely shifted how you view AI architecture, and that you're eager to check out Anasup Consulting's source material to uncover and apply those 3 vital patterns to your own work. Thanks so much for joining me, and keep exploring.